Fighting Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to be joined by the new women's bantamweight cage warriors world champion Kennedy Freeman. Kennedy, how good does that sound?
Sounds so good, man. Sounds like a lot of fucking hard work. That's what it sounds like.
Right, let's look at the fight. Let's just dive straight into it. Round one, I think exactly what you and your team were expecting from her. She was going to be tentative coming forward, but then she'd maybe rush forward, try and wrestle you up against the cage. But we actually got to see some of your wrestling defence this time as well. So you proved there that you've got that as well as your striking.
Yeah, exactly what I expected. She was strong. I knew she was going to be. She wanted it on the ground. I wanted it on the feet, the usual. But I think once she realised I could defend the takedowns quite well, and I wasn't tiring out, I was just getting stronger. I feel like maybe from like the third round onwards, I was just picking her apart with my striking. So I felt like I was just growing throughout the fight.
I think that third round in particular as well, that was when you bust her open. And for me, I think you had her really on the ropes going just as that bell. I think you seen it yourself, you smiled just as that bell went at the end of the third round. How nice was that for you to sort of feel yourself growing into the fight and really start to take over?
Yeah, I felt like I got to show off a little bit more of my striking. I've got to give her a due. I couldn't put her away. She was tough, man. I was hitting her with everything. At one point, I didn't know how much more I could keep hitting her because my hands were hurting so bad off punching her in the face. But I'm glad, I managed to put her away in the fourth. Like, whether I don't know if it was doctor stoppage or whether she retired. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but yeah, I'm just happy that I got a finish, man. Yeah.
With that on your hands, then, do we think they're broken? Have we had a quick assessment? Do we know what's going on? I feel like this is every we do now.
Every time I'm like, my hands are broken. I don't know. My knuckles are pretty swollen. Both hands are aching, but it's nothing that won't heal. It's worth it to get this belt. So,
if we talk about then that moment when you heard the referee come over, said it's over, you're the champion. Just walk me through them seconds, those minutes immediately after you've heard that.
So it was one point. I actually thought I was in a bit of a dream. Like, I've dreamt about this fight happening all week, man. Like every night, and at one point, like it was as if I was in a dream, and I had to remind myself that it actually just been called off. So just felt like all the hard work, all the emotions I've went through today, all the days I didn't want to go to the gym and didn't want to diet and stuff. Yeah, it was all worth it.
And now you've got that gold around your shoulder, and I think you definitely would have heard what it meant to those, over 100 tickets sold, over 100 walkout t-shirts sold. That in itself's phenomenal. Yeah. But just to have that support there tonight, like, how special is that?
Them were noisy, man. Jesus. Like, I've had a good crowd every time, but that was absolutely insane. And once I got in there and I heard that, the nerves just went away and it was game on.
If we look then from, I guess, arena almost, from these sports halls in the northeast to now a world champion, to reflect on that now, just how proud are you of yourself, of just how well you've done in this sport so far, and that you still got so far to go?
Yeah, to be fair, I don't give myself enough credit. Like, I only just came back to fighting 12 months ago, and I came back to do it as a hobby. I didn't even want to get on a big promotion, and I think I'm now standing here 3 fights later, world champion. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
We said midweek we couldn't talk about it because we weren't looking past Saturday night.
I got my prediction.
You did, yes, again. There we go, 3 for 3 now on the channel.
Said third or fourth round stoppage, and that's still a stoppage, you know what I mean?
It is. But yeah, look, we said we couldn't talk past Saturday when we spoke midweek. Now we can look to the future. Mm-hmm. We've got your dad sitting there, of course, the man that made history, is the first Brit to fight in the UFC. Can you see you following in his footsteps very, very soon? Definitely. Whatever comes now, like whatever offers come, I'm ready for the next step. So yeah, I think I proved myself here on this stage, and I'm just ready for whatever's next. If this is, again, something we touched on midweek, the last time that you do fight in Newcastle for a long time, what do you want to say to the fans who have been there from the start and the fan base that's just grown throughout? Oh, just thank you, man. Like, thanks so much. Like I say, it's grown every time. Like half of them people are my supporters and half of them are people I don't even know, do you know what I mean? And just to hear the noise and just hear that everyone's got my back, I just can't thank them enough. Kennedy, congratulations. I'm so glad to say that. And that goal looks good on your shoulder. Well done, mate. Thank you. Cheers.